finally tonight, our person of the week is someone who was in the news this week because she stood up for herself. She is young and she's been through a lot and is now making a difference for a lot of kids her age. But what really struck us was how she turned adversity into empowerment.
Being bullied is a constant state of fear. Fear to go to normal places that you would go. Fear to go to the supermarket. Fear to go to the movies on a Friday night. Fear to go out to eat. Fear to go to the mall. But most of all, a fear to go to school.
Caitlin Nolan, a high school freshman in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, decided to do something about it. She herself was an easy target, an overachiever, president of the school council, an honor student who played on the soccer team. Caitlin says she was bullied for more than 2 years in middle school. She says she became so intimidated it began to affect her grades.
I had been repeatedly harassed by the same person, and I remember coming out of gym class, opening my locker, and then all of a sudden, all I remember is I was face first into the locker, and I just remember that fear I had. It seemed like no one was there to help.
The threats weren't just physical.
The emotional threats are the worst because they can threaten you verbally, but then you take it emotionally and you deal with it long after the words they have said to you are over.
Her school suspended the bully, but the intimidation continued.
My school officials were very supportive and were very sad that this had happened to me, but there wasn't any guidelines for what to do if someone was bullied.
Until this week.
I was bullied at school. I was scared to go to school, and that's why I'm here today.
Caitlin Nolan is very proud to be one of the authors of State Senate Bill 1621. It prohibits bullying in all of Tennessee's 136 school districts.
This bill simply requires the LEAs to adopt a policy that prohibits bullying.
This week, the Tennessee legislature passed it unanimously.
This bill would require each...
Once Caitlin's bill is signed by the governor, specific guidelines will be put into place for the new school year, a plan that every district will be required to follow. Politics is in Caitlin's blood. Her mom works for the mayor. Her dad is a lobbyist.
Kiss the tree! No!
It's hard to pin down an exact figure, but by some estimates, 160,000 children across the country skip school every day because they're intimidated. And at least a third of all school children from elementary to high school are bullied.
We're hurting! Want to help?
Some say it's just kids being kids. Caitlin says there's no excuse for it.
Anytime a child is scared to go to school, when they can't learn because they're scared, it's not just kids being kids, it's harassment. It wouldn't be allowed in the real world, but yet we're allowing it to happen in our schools.
For some, bullying can lead to repressed anger and then violence. Most of the children who committed school shootings had felt tormented, bullied, and teased by schoolmates.
Why'd you do it, Luke?
This very determined 15-year-old doesn't want to see that happen in her state.
What I hope it does is just bring to light that this is a problem, and it is a problem that children are dealing with. I mean, I understand that this legislation isn't going to cure it all, but I just hope that it shines a light on the problems that students are facing.
And so we choose Caitlin Nolan, a young and effective advocate for others. Naturally, she wants to be a lawyer.